Hey there, Internet. I'm Roshi, and today I'm watching Wistoria, Wand and Sword. Let's get into it. Regarding Magical Academy.
栄えある魔法学院では何が最も尊ばれるのでしょう。当然魔法の才能、魔法の素質がない無能者に学院を進級する術はあるのでしょうか。その答えはダンジョンでモンスターをぶっ倒せ。僕だってやればできるんだ。魔法を使えなくたって。
It looks fantastic. I don't know if they're up in the budget specifically for this first episode. The magical effects, the lighting. By the way, I am going to be analyzing all this stuff as I go through it because that's just what I do. If that bothers you, watch the anime or whatever on your own time. This is my time. This is how I'm spending my time. This tiled floor, the reflection with the light coming through at the end of the hall, these doors, I guess, there's these weird crystalline fragments. The guy is walking into like a dungeon in a palace, like approaching the boss room, and then we see him take on a beast. Okay, like a lone sword. I'm excited.
はい、なんでしょう、エドワルド先生。
前に来てやってみろと言っている。
またか。生まれよ。
Man, not the speed lines for laughter.
知識はあっても魔法が一切使えない無能者など、賢者が生まれるこの場所にふさわしくない。不相応な夢にすがりつく愚者は早々に学院を去ることをお勧めする。
That's so wild to say. I have a history of being a teacher. And if I heard any other teachers speak like that to a student, garbage educator right there. Pure example. That's crazy. In this world, there's this class system of sorts, right? Where magic, having the ability to use magic is very important. It's like your status. It's showing that you're not useless, worthless, because everything is so reliant on it. Probably. That's my guess. And this guy has no innate magic ability whatsoever. But based on the beginning, it seems like he will be mostly focusing on his intelligence and physical capabilities and melee combat and such. I'm excited. It's going to be interesting. But boy, is this already shaping up to be an academy of bullies.
シオン、またダンジョンに行ったそうだな。雑魚の魔物で単位稼ぎなんて恥ずかしくないのか。
やめなさい、あなたたち。
いやーこれと本物の優等生の君がこんな落第生をかばうなんてとても理解。
ウィルはあなたより優しくて誰よりも努力家だわ。
マギアペンデなんて夢のまた夢だ。さて、これ以上無能者に構っていては時間の無駄だ。
エドワルド先生もどうかしてるわ。あんな風に笑い物にするなんて。
いいんだよ、コレット。僕が魔法を使えないのは事実なんだから。
ウィル。
コレットみたいな可愛い子に心配してもらえるならラッキーかなって。女の子は褒めろって小さい頃に教わってて。でも客観的に見てもコレットは可愛いから本当のことを言ったまでで。
This is very brave for an anime protagonist to do. They never fucking do this.
遥か昔、人々は空を知らず闇に閉ざされていて、世界は天上の侵略者に脅かされていた。立ち上がったのは5人の魔法使い。魔法使いたちは侵略者を退け、天に封印を施し、世界に平和をもたらした。マギア・ベンデ、最強の称号として現代も受け継がれている。
今日も表記の杖、アルビス・ビーナは私たちのことを見てるのかな。
見てるよ。てっぺんの窓辺でこっ を見てる。
本物の空にはね、月と太陽が浮かんでるんだって。そうなの、エルファリア。それでね、空の向こうには美しい夕日があるの。空に一番近い塔のてっぺんに行けば、マギアベンデになれれば夕日を見れるかもしれない。じゃあさ、一緒に見に行こうよ。
Wasn't this girl in the class?
本物だった。その才能を持って最年少でマギアベンデに至り、僕は今も無様に彼女の隣に立つことを夢見ている。
Lovely little lore drop right there about the world and actually explaining why magic is so important. That's crazy. So this person was so talented that they went up the ranks that quick. Yeah, I wonder how our protagonist, Will, is going to get to that point. Even if he becomes like a really great asset with his skills that he currently has, it's still not technically magic. So I can only see him being like a bodyguard of sorts, but if magic trumps that, then I don't know.
しかもソロで7層だと、本当にいつか命を失うぞ。
すいません、ワークナー先生。これで単位は
that face.
ウィルセルフォルトに単位2を与える。
よし。
You have a secret handshake with your cat thing?
そもそもお前はマギアベンデどころか卒業も危ういだろうが、今回のテストでも単位を落としたのはもう知っている。今週中に単位4を獲得する必要があるからな。
今週中
6層にバスカビルが出現したという情報がある。どこかのラーナーもまだ討伐していなかったな。
ありがとうございます、ワークナー先生。いいじゃないですか。
話せウィル。
Sion the Saboteur? Saboteur?
これで学院にそぐわない無能者を掃除できる。
Oh, we're reading this. No, stop. You stop right there. Oh, it's a little bio. It's just telling us right now that he actually loves this childhood friend. Okay, skill sword strikes that can fend off even magic. Okay, so he does have a way of countering magic with his sword. His sword can disperse it, I guess. Came from the same orphanage as the childhood friend, Elfaria. Being talentless, his inability to use magic has isolated him, but he is a warrior with a knack for close quarters combat. Werkner has made an amendment to this page. Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh, we have hers too. I would apologize for the pauses if I cared. Okay, hold on. So this is the girl that made it up into the tower. This is the childhood friend. Wow, damn. She likes a lot of things that Will does. I love me some ice magic. She's going to be cool. An extraordinary genius and the youngest in history to achieve the title of Magia Vander. She watches over a certain young man from a window in the tower. According to close associates of hers, she conceals her true nature behind a holy woman facade and lacks sincerity as a Magia Vander. Awesome.
大丈夫だって。炎のブレスさえ気をつければ前みたいに丸焦げにはならないよ。だからお願いキキ。お前の鼻が痒いんだ。
僕を誰だと思ってるんだ。いや、悪い。そういう意味じゃないよ。ああ、シオンはエリートだ。
I'm calling it now. These henchmen of his, they're dead. They're not making it. Something's gonna happen.
まずはサーチだこの一帯。
Whoa. Wait, did one of them just eat it? Bro, I was joking.
フロアで誰かが襲われて。
顔が効いてない。レベルが違いすぎる。叶いっこない。
One less bully in the world, what can I tell you? No, he's probably gonna save him. Oh, she gave him the goggles. Oh! Wow. He's got that much faith in him. Ooh. Holy crap. Ooh. I was able to see him through Kiki.
どういうことだ。明治にあるまじき怪力。そして一度見た敵の動きを掌握する洞察能力。
Wow. Okay. That's crazy.
この魔法世界の中で唯一の戦士。その斬撃は雷をもしのぐ。
Will over here is just like, yeah, I can be like Guts. No problem. What the hell? That whole sequence was just straight up, hey, Will? He's built different.
魔法を使いの身で魔法を上回る存在など。あ、エドワルド先生。
Man, I want that Edward teacher to eat shit so bad. Whoa!
ウィルセルフォルトに単位10を与える。
More than enough.
杖と剣が交わるウィストリア。
Oh. That was awesome. That was great. I am really happy with what I saw. That was an awesome first episode. I'm very excited to see this character develop in all sorts of ways. I mean, oh man, I do like my characters personally not starting off too strong. And this guy, this Will, is actually very, very strong. But he's strong in a way that's very different compared to everyone else around him. But in some ways, as we just saw, that's going to allow him to surpass a lot of people, probably. There is that potential there for him to rise to the top. Now, I can see magic getting in his way as far as maybe going into a dungeon and there are magical puzzles that he has to solve where swinging a sword doesn't really matter. But perhaps he could find other ways because he is also a very intelligent character. Let's jump right into episode 2. Oh, 5 years earlier. Okay.
なんで魔法学院に入れたんだ。
エルファリア様を学院に連れてくるための餌だったらしいわ。
もう追い出されるよきっと。
I see. What? Oh my god. Are we gonna learn his history?
以降も彼の在学を認めます。
学院で勉強すれば塔に登ることはできますか？強くなればエルフィーのところに行けますか？
たゆまぬ努力、そして不屈のごとき意志を捧げれば あるいはさてどうなるかしら。
Werkner in the last episode said that he is a warrior, right? Now, is he just saying that he's a warrior because he wields a sword and he's trained? But it looks like his abilities are pretty developed. I don't know if it's something like, does he have a training arc that he did years ago because he didn't have magic and he wanted to do something to stand beside Elfia, whatever her name is? I've already forgot, sorry. Or is there some awakening that he had of some kind? Like, as if there are mages and there are warriors, and there's some weird ancestry thing, and he's gained some power through some past warrior or something like that. I don't know. Maybe there will be more to it. Maybe he's just straight up strong just because for the sake of the plot. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to touch upon that a little bit. That'd be really weird if he was just this powerful literally out of nowhere, because it makes it sound like there are other people in this world who aren't mages but who also don't have the physical warrior like talents that he has as well. So I'm just wondering if it was training, if it was some power given to him, if it was a mix of both, or something going on. So anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. Magic chalk!
上院への進出方法は主に2つ。1つは新たな魔法の創出。2つはこの学院で単位7200以上の習得。
ここにいるお前らは上院に進学どころか学院卒業もままならんぞ。
Prediction. Alright, hear me out. He just dropped the line. You might have to make some kind of original magic, right? I think there's going to be some... I mean, it's got to have to do with Will's combat expertise, his sword swinging skills, right? He kind of mentioned before how he's able to counter magic or disperse magic with his blade. So I think maybe that could end up becoming a magic in of itself if it's not already classified as something. Perhaps the rules could be twisted in some way, or maybe this is his kind of magic. Maybe he only has this kind of magic where he can cancel other kinds of magics through his athleticism and combat stuff. Maybe that sounds ridiculous. That's just kind of what I'm going with right now. I'm just trying to think, like, what would give him the excuse other than just achieving all the credits that he possibly can with what he can do before other people. But I feel like that might run on a little too long, or might feel a little repetitive or boring for someone. So I'm trying to think, what's a nice twist they could add here? I think through his non-magic abilities, perhaps he's able to counter some stuff. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
だから本当だってシオンがイビルセンチネルを倒したんだ。
ああ、俺たちはすぐにやられちゃったけど、目を覚ましたらシオンがセンチネルを仕留めてたんだ。シオンの評価が上がるな。近いうちにトップ3と入れ替わるんじゃないか。
さすがシオン様。
ふざけるなよ。
Yeah, it's weird when you realize he could probably kick your ass at any given moment. Huh? And he just hasn't. It's kind of crazy. Oh, his henchman didn't die. They were both there just now, right? Or did he get a new guy? I thought one was straight up dead. I don't know. I'm old and senile. That's my excuse.
ちょっとね。
明治ではなく戦士などこの学院には不要。魔法を使いの身で魔法を上回る存在など。
来たる日のために知者を生み出すのもまた学院の義務です。
当の本人が知者ではなくマギア・ベンデを目指していることが問題なのです。
ならばエドワルド、テストなさい。それを切り抜けられなかった場合、彼の身体はあなたに委ねましょう。
That's...
存
No.
分に試し、そして見極めなさい。
Okay.
誰よりもマギアベンデを知るアンジャの明治よ。
Dark Viper Mage. Okay. Alright. So there it's more like, hey, bro, if you don't believe it, you can see for yourself. He's gonna pass whatever you throw at him. But this guy, he is definitely gonna be a snake about it. No pun intended. I know he's the Viper Mage, whatever. But, like, you know, he's gonna throw something super magical that he's gonna have to do, right? It's a magic school, but... Oh, man, okay. Alright, I see where this is going. Okay, alright.
相変わらずなのね。ギル、前も同じ範囲を勉強してなかった？
今日は一族観点による主観。それにドワーフの気持ちが僕にはわかるんだ。強大な魔法を前に挑み続けた者たち。決して諦めないこと。それは魔法の力にも勝る。
ワークナー先生の教え？
うん、僕の大好きな言葉。
白が生えてる。やっぱり頑張りすぎなんだってば。
I can relate, bro.
私が抜いてあげようか？
いや、大丈夫だけど。
抜きたい。
Oh my god.
何を騒いでいる？
エドワルド先生。
実技を落とし続ける貴様を見かね、星を開いてやる。ありがたく思え。
エドワルド先生が補充ですか？しかも僕だけ？
その通りだ。
What?
課題内容は私に一撃を到達させること。この学院から去ってもらう。
5 points versus being expelled? That's crazy.
マギアベンデを見上げることさえ許されない。戦う動機は与えた。始めるぞ。
This guy's like Professor Snape on crack. Alright, hold on. As one of the few who understand Will, he's always worried for the young man. His strictness with students is a form of love, but he is feared within the academy. He has many nicknames, including the Demon of Remedial Lessons, the Bespectacled Fiend, the Magical Creature Loving Calamity, or alternately, there, and Werkner the Immortal. Friend and foe alike fear him. Fair enough. An ascendant who has risen to the highest reaches of the tower. He is qualified to become a Magiavander, but he was beaten by another candidate and now serves as a professor at the academy teaching dark magic and the history of dark magic. Oh!
今エドワルドが行っているテスト。エドワルドの主張も公平に認めるべきだと私はそう判断しました。
Okay.
ビルがマギアベンデを目指すにふさわしい存在なのか見極めてもらいます。
無語すぎる。
おや、なぜ？
なぜって、だって彼は最もマギアベンデに近かった男。
ダクス・ダルビカンス。
Ooh. Whoa.
全くもってどしがたい。
Oh man. No! Not the glasses.
傷一つつけられない。強い。
天の魔法に及ばぬ者に一を極める。それは千の矢と同義となる。
単一魔法のオーバーラップシリーズ。
Ooh.
ダクスタルビカンスの一斉射撃。
無能種は消える。
Jeez. Whoo. Man, he's like a freaking conductor of darkness and pain.
剣さえあれば。
Get
そこはフィルの。
Get that sword.
まさかウィルに何かあったの？
Get the sword.
たどり着けるはずもない。
Here's the difference, though, bro. You've got like 10 years on this guy of magic experience and training, and you're one of like the most renowned people here. And it's just like, yeah, you at the age of 15 who doesn't know any or unable to perform magic. If you don't beat me, you suck. It's kind of it's a very bullshit test. It's kind of whack. I mean, I know they're going to get the sword right now, and they're going to bring it back to Will, and then it's going to be like crazy, probably, I imagine. Otherwise, the show would probably be over. It's just a really wild, unbalanced premise. And I feel like an argument can be made here. I like this guy as a character right now. He's a piece of shit, but I like him as a character for the story. I'm wondering if I'm going to like him more than just for that. Like, if we're going to warm up to him in any way. I think that's what's going to happen with Sion's character at some point in time. But I'm wondering if it'll also happen with Edward here. Or if he will continuously kind of be a pain in the ass for Will.
何がそうまで貴様を駆り立てる？どのような高尚な理由がその胸にあるというのだ？
好きな人と一緒にいたい。
That was quite the zoom.
人の約束を守りたい。
Oh, you're screwed now.
杖ではなく剣を持つ異端者め。ついえろ。
There we go.
だが。
Hmm.
怖い。だけど突破口はここしかない。
You just gotta wreck his day. Oh, damn.
ドワーフの猛将ガレスは全ての同胞を失いながらそれでも己の一撃を与えた。明治は勇敢な戦士を称え死を認めた。
Oh, through the shield. Did he cut him? If he cut him, he wins. He did. There we go.
ウィル・セルフォルトに大功を与える。
That's right, he is.
お見事。
自分の姿をくらませ、頭上の資格をついた。
ええ、しかも障壁を突破するほどの一撃。魔法をしのぐ斬撃まで繰り出して、まさに不屈のごとく。
Okay. Wow. Okay, so that was awesome. I'm glad that this Edward guy didn't turn out to be like obviously I think he's a great character for the story and I really dislike him. At the same time, there are little notes here and there where I have some respect for the dude. For example, using the lower level magic in the fight and not doing anything too crazy or catastrophic just so he can win for the sake of it. Even when Will received his sword and he was starting to lose his cool a bit, he just continued his barrage attacks, which is still a lot and pretty excessive, but, you know, for the sake of his very unbalanced challenge. Where the respect for Edward is that he didn't lose his mind further when Will succeeded, right, by cutting his cheek. Because Will wasn't trying to actually behead him or anything like that. That'd be crazy. Or, I mean, man, if it did go in that direction, this show would be... I wouldn't even know what to expect next if they pulled off something like that. But yeah, I could have clearly have seen him cutting his face and Edward, like, freaking out and just being like, I'll expel you anyway, and then it turns into a legit freaking boss fight, you know? I'm glad that it didn't actually do that. As cool as that would be to see, I'm really glad that they went the route with he kept to his word. So I do appreciate that. Because he could have said all sorts of crazy stuff that wouldn't make sense. Like, oh, your friend helped you, you're disqualified, blah, 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 all that stuff. They could have done things. They could have done things. Sion is currently struggling right now with how to go about this after all this time. Right now, a lot of these side characters are... Actually, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say Will's not interesting, right? But he is the protagonist, and he is the one that we're going to be seeing the most of. But I like looking at the side characters and seeing if they too are written well enough to support the main protagonist and that. So I look forward to seeing how all these people develop. Werkner, Edward, now even this headmaster, right? Oh man. And I didn't talk about too much in this episode, I don't think, but as always, the art, fantastic. These fight scenes, they go hard, and I am here for it. So yeah, with that said, I'm excited to get to the next episode, but for right now, I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it that much. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you want to see these uncut, you can join my Patreon. The link is in the description below. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.